I really wish that I had like a kazoo or something right now so that I could play the Spider-Man theme on the kazoo to introduce this video, but I don't, so here's the Avengers theme played on the kazoo by Tom Holland. Hey guys, it's Holly. So in case you guys don't know, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, specifically as well of like Tom Holland's Peter Parker / Spider-Man, aka the John Watts trilogy. I cannot tell you the feeling that I had in like my gut the first time I saw him on screen as Peter Parker when I saw Civil War. It just like, it changed my life forever. Also, you can see that the Daily Bugle is now taking up prime residency on my shelf. I've also pulled out my Spider-Man shirt because today I really want to talk about the new Spider-Man No Way Home sets, as well as just like my film theories. I just want to fangirl about Spider-Man, okay? That's what this video is. So today we're going to be talking about this little guy. Now at the time of filming this, it is the 20th of July and the No Way Home trailer still hasn't come out, but you know what did come out? Some photos for some Funko Pops, as well as 3 new Lego sets, and I cannot tell you how excited I was when I saw the photos for these on Instagram. I lost my mind. I love Spider-Man so much. So the 3 sets we're going to talk about are all going to be releasing on the 1st of October and all sort of tie into No Way Home. I mean, they're all branded under No Way Home. I also have a theory that they're all No Way Home sets, even though they're inspired by Homecoming and Far From Home. I don't buy it personally. So the first set, and probably the most exciting one, is Spider-Man at the Sanctum workshop, and this one is going to retail for $40 US and 60 Australian, and hands down I'm getting this day one. I mean, I'm gonna get all of these day one, who am I kidding? But this is the one that I know myself and probably a lot of other people are most excited for. Firstly, if you look very closely, we have a brand new Spider-Man suit, which look, personally, not a huge fan of. Like, my favorite is always just the classic like red and dark blue one from Homecoming and Civil War. I love that thing. The black and red one as well from Far From Home, the upgraded suit, I love that one too. It did take a bit longer to grow on me though, but I just love that more classic style. So when I saw this figure and saw the photo on the box and then later saw other toy companies making it, I got kind of sad in a way because I was like, is this really the suit we're going to be wearing all movie? Like, I expected a new suit. I still think it looks really cool, but it's definitely not my favorite Spider-Man suit. I mean, then again, I did also hate the Iron Spider suit to begin with because I love that classic one, but again, that did grow on me, so I expect this one to grow on me too. Now, unfortunately, we don't really get a good look at the figure because they've only really given this photo online, but unfortunately, he doesn't have any arm printing, which really sucks considering the Iron Spider-Man and Homecoming Spider-Man's both had arm printing. I really hope that he has dual molded legs, but I can't tell from this angle. But the printing looks really good. Love him. The biggest shocker though is that Doctor Strange is in this set. I mean, there were theories when like the first images came out from the film that the Sanctum was their location where this all was happening, but I had no idea that Doctor Strange was going to be in this set, so that was such a big shocker. And I've always wanted a Doctor Strange figure, and up until recently when I bought the Sanctum Sanctorum from Infinity War, I didn't have one and they were so expensive, but I love this new figure. I love the design of the cape. I wish it had some printing though rather than just being a plain red piece, but the design of that does look amazing. You also get a brand new Wong, which looks really cool. His outfit's very bright and colorful. Can I also sort of comment on how sort of bland and cartoony Doctor Strange's outfit looks, at least in this rendered image? I hope it's better in person because it just looks a bit more plain compared to the Infinity War figure, which I thought was just extremely detailed and well done. Then lastly as well, you do get MJ Michelle Jones, which I love this version of her so much, and you won't believe it. Oh my gosh, Lego leaks, here she is. What? Oh my goodness, I have the figure early. Oh no, how did I do that? Wow, that must have been super hard and difficult. I must have spent hundreds of dollars on getting her. So since I was actually able to just whip her up real quick, let's go have a look. So here's MJ, and as you can tell, none of the parts are exclusive because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to build this figure. So basically she's just got plain black legs and she uses the same torso as Ron Weasley Weasley from the Wizard Chest set, which actually I think suits pretty well, although I wish, yeah, of course, that she had her own custom torso, but I think it matches her character pretty nicely. She has the same head as well as she did in the regular Far From Home sets, and it actually marks the return as well of the dark brown Wonder Woman hair, which is the same as Hermione, just in that darker color, and personally I think the color and just the style matches Zendaya and MJ so much better. It just looks a lot better, a lot more lively, not as sort of dark and brooding. And then she does also have her slightly grumpy alternate face there, which again I think just matches perfectly and sort of breaks that streak of Marvel characters looking way too happy. Absolutely love the MJ figure. It looks so much better. I can't wait till, you know, I actually have this figure and not rip apart 3 other minifigures in order to make her. Now the set itself as well, I really like the designer. There's a lot of little knickknacks. I love the inclusion of the new hourglass piece in this set as well. The monster sort of looks kind of meh. And then if you look really closely, there's what I'm guessing is going to be a stick element of a computer screen, which has a photo of Peter Parker and says who on it. I'm gonna like try and really zoom in so you guys can see this, but that looks pretty cool. Again, I love the shelves and all the sort of knickknacks around. I just don't really get the layout of this set. I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to like put on a shelf and put on display. Half of me really likes the set, half of me thinks it's like sort of incomplete, but either way, I'm really excited for this one, mainly due to the figures. I mean, I'm a figure person, that sort of checks out here. Next up is a beautiful 4+ set, which I honestly didn't expect to want as badly as I do. And that is Spider-Man versus Mysterio's drone attack. And this set is going to be $20 US or 33 Australian. And I kid you not, the only reason I want this is for, firstly, of course, the black and red Spider-Man figure. We have been waiting for this for so long. I'm really glad that he's in this set. I think he looks amazing. Again, it kind of sucks about the arm printing, like especially since we could have just recolored the one from the Homecoming suits, but never mind. But besides him, the one I'm actually most excited for is Mysterio. I was so close to buying one from like the Far From Home sets recently on Bricklink because I never ended up buying any of those sets as much as I sort of wanted them. Yes, the figure is different, but I really don't mind as long as I just have the character. I also did buy some more of like the Sesame Street fishbowl sort of headpieces because I swapped the one on the bugle out and I thought I'll get 2 just in case I do get the Mysterio and I can swap that one out too. I'm really glad I did because this one again has the blue one. I mean, I'll try it out. We'll see which one works better, but I'm really excited to get that Mysterio figure too. Hopefully, although I highly doubt it, it's going to have a face print of actual Quentin Beck instead of just blank. Super excited for him. And then lastly, Nick Fury. He was one that I was tossing up between. I wasn't completely sold on buying him as a figure, but I thought, you know, it's Nick Fury. He's like important. I should probably do that. So the fact that they're all in a 4+ set and individually these figures I can see being around 10 Australian, for me to just buy the entire set for 33, I really don't care at all. It's like, yeah, it's a 4+ set. The builds aren't particularly interesting. I mean, you get one of those sort of web long stringy pieces as well as an actual web, which is great. I mean, kind of helpful. The rest of the pieces I don't care for. Usually I would just buy the figures separately, but yeah, I'm not gonna wait for them to go on Bricklink. I'll just buy the set day one. Like, it's Spider-Man. This is my exception here. But yeah, just that Spider-Man figure, he's so beautiful. I am so happy that he's in a cheap set as well. Just the thing with all of these figures, I'm so glad that they're all cheap sets. As much as I'd love a big expensive Spider-Man set, which personally I think is going to happen, and they'll do like a Civil War and release it like 3 months after the actual movies come out with like Toby and Andrew, that's if they're even in the film. That would be amazing. I can see them doing that and that being like a much more expensive set, and then all of these ones are just the cheaper ones. But yeah, amazing that these figures are in such cheap sets. I'm hyped. And with that said as well, on the box you'll see that it says inspired by Spider-Man Far From Home. And I kind of look at this and I'm like, when was Nick Fury ever in a police car during that battle? He was really on the sidelines. So whether it is actually inspired by Far From Home, or maybe Spider-Man using the multiverse travels back in time or travels to an alternate universe and then they like replay those scenes. I don't know, that's a really wild theory that I had, but it was a thought because especially when you look at this next set, you'll kind of see what I mean. So the final set is Spider-Man's drone duel, and looking at this set, it's just very, very confusing. If you look at the box art, it says it's inspired by Homecoming, but to me, that's just because the vulture's in it. Otherwise, none of this is related to Homecoming at all. There's no homemade suit, which personally I really want to see, and I'm planning on trying to sort of make my own set with that Homecoming suit. But if you look at the rest of this set, it's like, okay, well, we've got a brand new Spider-Man suit, which is black and gold, and looking at other toy companies' images, it looks like this is a suit from No Way Home. I also don't really get the vehicle. To me, this looks sort of messy, and if it didn't come with this beautiful build of the Vulture's wings, I probably would have just bought the figures separately for this one, because I'm not a huge fan of that Spider-Man vehicle, but I love that black and gold suit. This one's actually got arm printing. Yay, finally, hooray. But again, it's just, I'm really excited for the figures here, and I love those Vulture wings. They look so nice, so detailed. I love that they've got the giant fans under the wings as well. And this is another figure that I was so close to buying off Bricklink, and this one as well that I was looking at did actually have the brick built wings, so I'm really glad that I didn't end up doing that, because now I can just buy the set, and for like $5 more I get a Spider-Man figure and a Spider-Man build too, so that's really hype. What I find really interesting though is you actually get gold webs. I'm not too sure what that's about, and again, this theory like kind of comes to play here. I'm like, is this actually inspired by Homecoming, or is this a part of the multiverse that we're going to explore in the film? Now again, just like the 4+ set, this one does retail for $20 US and 33 Australian, and again, I'm gonna buy these all on release day. As soon as I can get my hands on these, I will be getting a hold of them. I can't wait for these Spider-Man sets. I can't wait for the Spider-Man trailer. I'm planning on doing a reaction video to that, because this franchise and this trilogy just means so much to me, and I'm so hyped. So when the trailer launches, please no one spoil it for me, thank you. But yeah, I know this news is very old, but literally I just wanted to come in and talk about Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. It's my channel, I can do what I want, so we're gonna talk about Spider-Man. But let me know your thoughts on these Spider-Man sets, and also let me know your thoughts and theories for No Way Home. I really want to hear everyone's opinions. It's wild. I've been looking at like all of like the Loki and WandaVision theories as well, and sort of how those shows kind of intersect and cross over, and it makes me so much more excited. I love Marvel. I love Spider-Man. I can't wait for these sets. I'm so glad that Marvel is just getting such a good solid wave again. I missed out on the glory days before. I'm not doing it again. I'm so excited, and if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below as well. And until next time guys, I'll see you later.